My mum wasn't here, I came with my dad. It was the early years when most of the Asian community were commuted to certain schools. When I used to come back from school, straight away I would come down to this park, either play football, cricket, gully danda or marbles, and that was the pattern for like a 12-year-old at that time. In terms of equipment, we didn't have any. It would be rare, very rare, that a person would own a bat or a pair of gloves or pads and so on. I've played cricket since early 70s, and I've been in both leagues playing over 4 years, and I'm still playing at the moment. I was working in Heckman Bike, and one of the colleagues says, "Oh, do you like playing cricket?" and so on. I actually played for Batley Muslims, and that was in 1977 when Imran came on the scene. I think a lot of people were influenced at that stage. The cricket wasn't there, I don't think, before that. And in the late 70s and 80s, you had lots of Asian cricketers coming over as professionals, and they were also setting standards for us as well. If you're an Asian, you're going to find it twice as hard to get into a county level cricket, because you have to be more exceptional than your counterpart. A lot of youngsters were getting rejected to play for county level, and they were trying to find solutions. Why was that? They were good enough youngsters to get in. There were a few documentaries. I think you probably remember the one with Brian Close. It was on Calendar. Most of our players were invited to come and say why we weren't involved in the Yorkshire side and why couldn't we perform as good as anyone else in Yorkshire to get in a Yorkshire team and so on. Their intention when I got involved was to say we want to promote an Asian cricketer born in Bradford or Yorkshire that plays for Yorkshire. And that was the theme behind the Quaid-e Azam League at that time when I joined. When I started, obviously there was Javed Iqbal, the chair, and at that time we were just getting into finding out what the league was about and so on. Shahid Tanveer took over. The competition was fantastic because nobody could say on the day who would win. Only the team that dominated was Shabab at the time, but the local players that got playing in that league gradually caught up. And Trinity and Alfla, Frisingall, the Interlinks, they started closing the gaps with Shabab. We caught up most of the Bradford League teams in 30 years compared to the teams that have been there for hundreds of years. Bradford League and Quaid-e Azam League, two different way of playing cricket. Basically, in Bradford League, you're playing slower. You get to the target in the end, but whereas in Quaid-e Azam League, it's a lot quicker. There is no, stopping the ball. If you see it, you hit it. Saturday, I've actually, what I did was played for like a leisure. It was my time out kind of thing from work and whatever I did. Sunday was competitive, more competitive. You had all the players from the Bradford League and Mutual and any surrounding areas that formed as a one team. So in competition terms, that was better, harder, more fulfilling. The other thing was that you were going into different towns. Because with the Yorkshire wise, we went as far as Nottingham to play, Manchester, Sheffield. There were 4 or 5 teams in Sheffield, Dewsbury, Leeds. So it was all over, and you made lots of friends. There is less teams from outside now, more locally. We've got no teams from Manchester now, none from Nottingham, only one from Sheffield. There's one criticism that's lacking. There's no second teams to develop youngsters in the actual league. So mainly it's a senior player dominated league. And that is down to a facility because most of the Quaid-e Azam League teams don't own their own grounds. So therefore you're restricted with development.